All right, Mayhem, we are down to the fifth and final match of the evening. It's our main event. It was randomly selected by the randomizer. It's the former CarJitsu world champion, Laroy Davis.
Laroy Davis.
Versus the newcomer, fast-rising Steven Sugar Bear Minski. So this is going to be an incredible matchup. And I didn't book this fight. This was a randomly booked fight, but this is a fight that I was really excited to see, and I cannot wait to get this thing started. So.
I personally thank the robot overlords. Thank you.
Yes, well said, Jason. Let's go down to our host, Dallin Getling, with the fighter introductions after these two packages.
Steven's been doing that for a long time, waiting for a chance to get some comeuppance. Wait, this is his chance. Joe Carricker versus Steven Minski is going to get real very quickly.
Right around his neck, man. That was fast.
Yeah, Steven Minski's his experience is showing right away. Okay, now Minski's crafty with the seatbelt, and it looks like he might have a finish here. Oh, Minski's looking for this. Minski's really looking for this guillotine, but he's switching. He's abandoned the shoulder strap, and he's trying to go ahead and get the conventional guillotine. Okay, he's still alive here.
He's got the other seatbelt around his neck.
This is a bad situation for everybody.
He wrapped it.
Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. Round one goes to Minski. You called it, Zach.
This will be a good match.
Red team, Steven Sugar Bear Minski!
All right, Mayhem, this is Sugar Bear Steven Minski. Steven Minski's representing the red team. The red team has yet to have a victory tonight, so Steven wants to put his team on the board. So far, gold, purple, green, and pink have scored points, and blue and red are no longer in play unless they can pick up a match here. So Steven Minski
looks great, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Absolutely. Steve Minski loves the cameras. He loves to compete. But let's take a look at the big sandwich he'll swallow tonight. And this main event is underway, Mark, and immediately the seatbelt assassin grabs the seatbelt and goes for the choke. Laroy Davis, very intense individual, mixed martial artist, power lifter, jiu-jitsu practitioner, and CarJitsu champion. Laroy Davis, very, very difficult to compete against because of his unorthodox approach and his extreme athleticism.
Leroy,
And we're off. Whoa, and Laroy Davis with a front handspring. Oh, a nice attempt here by Laroy. Hugh Davidson is almost halfway in the tire. That's one arm. If he could just fold that one arm into the tire. That was so close. Okay, so Leroy's our first competitor. The name of the game, guys, you got to escape from the coffin. The guy on bottom has to escape. He's got 3 minutes. Go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on. Looking good, boys.
Laroy Davis.
give it up for Laroy Davis!
I've had the pleasure of watching Laroy Davis grapple. He is a beast.
Yeah, he absolutely is a beast. A great showman, too, and a great guy. Laroy Davis, very strong. He's the Arkansas State powerlifting champion in his weight class, and he is representing the purple team tonight. Laroy Davis is a mixed martial arts fighter. He's a professional Muay Thai fighter. He's a CarJitsu practitioner and former world champion. Let's go down here and take a look at the coin toss. Steven Minski in the white. Laroy Davis
This is tails, this is heads.
in the black.
It's heads. Minski, where do you want to go? Driver. You're the driver. You're driving.
Oh, Minski's going to mix it up here. He's going to make a bold move. He's going to take the driver's seat, and that's something that I do not think Laroy Davis is too upset about.
Yeah, I hope.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our main event. Laroy Davis on the left. Steven Minski on the right.
Let's get it on.
Buckle up and push to start.
Show your hands down, punch it in.
And here we go. Immediately, Steven Minski tries to block the escape.
Oh, Minski is on top now.
And Minski's very aggressive, but Laroy Davis is one of the most athletic competitors in the league.
Yeah.
And he is no stranger to this position. But Steven Minski, very, very aggressive, Mayhem.
Yeah, he's using the ceiling to sort of keep himself in position. Pretty high-level CarJitsu. Now he's into a rear naked position. He really didn't give Laroy a chance to make a move. He immediately smashed him down, and his athleticism is all for naught.
Laroy Davis getting smashed, kind of more of a neck crank. It looked like he was going to take the back, but Leroy's working his way. Look here, it looks like a baby deer birth.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now he's going to move back to mount. He didn't have any success at the back, but now it looks like Leroy's giving the back.
Yeah.
And we've got a nice little choke working, Mayhem.
Yeah. But Leroy is kind of trying to settle down on the gear shift like a woman I once saw in Hawaii do.
Oh, look at this here. Leroy's just getting suffocated by the shoulder strap.
Yeah. He's really hemmed up in there. He's tighter than the airbags.
Steven Sugar Bear Minski all over the former champion. And somehow Laroy is completely intertwined in both shoulder straps and still surviving. He peels off the shoulder strap, and he has escaped. But now Minski has his back with 1:40 left, and he's going to go ahead and peel here.
Yeah.
Minski's got that ratchet, and he's got a pretty decent...
He's got this Dagestani handcuff there.
He sure does, but he's got one leg in the back seat, which is giving him some good leverage. The other one's jacked up on the passenger side window ledge. Excuse me. And now he's just looking for anything sloppy that he can just throw in here while he's getting pressured by the left shoulder of the former champ.
Yeah, this overhook is working for him. He's got this back position settled in, and now during a lull in the action here, he looks to find the seatbelt. Now,
1 minute.
Back to the passenger side, he's looking to get that shoulder strap again, I would imagine. But this position is doing nothing for anybody, so he releases himself and splashes out onto the road like I did one time with my ex-girlfriend.
One time only, I'm sure. Steven Minski opens up the door, touches the mat below, and now he'll have a restart here. Laroy Davis making an interesting fashion choice here with the side ponytail.
Yep. A little bit of a Chinese fire drill here. He locked himself out of the car. Done that before with my wiener dog.
There was a lot in that last sentence to unpack.
Yeah, the wiener dog locked me out of the car. It was like a whole bummer of a snowboard trip where I had to get AAA involved.
Those wiener dogs. Here we go. Restart at the end of round one. There's 45 seconds left, and Minski is back in top position and going to town. He had a disadvantage behind the driver's side, and now he's in a
he's one of the rare competitors who really used the driver's side to take the driver's seat in the match.
Oh, I see what you did there, Jason.
All
right,
Laroy
Davis
being clever here, all the way out the window. Let's see. Now, what happens if he climbs all the way over the top of and the door's open? Let's see. Is it out? And it's reset. He falls off to the exit freeway ramp.
To answer your question, Mayhem, what happens if they get up on the roof is anything can happen. The first time that Laroy ever competed in CarJitsu, he got up on the roof and met his opponent and then armbarred him across the front windshield. So he's no stranger to crazy antics. He's got 12 seconds here to win this round. Otherwise, we'll move to round two with no clear winner. Here we go.
All right. It's on again. It's on and cracking.
Okay, this time.
Minski really perfected the up out of the seat
Minski
technique.
wants in the back seat. He wants the hangman's noose.
Oh, and now he's in the back seat. Not very advantageous.
It looked like that said seatbelt ass, but that's supposed to say seatbelt assassin. It's just that he's got this hungry butt thing going on from getting smashed for the first 3 minutes.
Oh, well. Yeah, look.
All right, Laroy Davis is now, he's panhandling for a ponytail holder from the audience here.
Well, that was a great first round. I mean, that was a full lap around the track.
Now you can see by the way these guys are milking it that they are exhausted, but there is no break, so we will start immediately.
Now, always use automotive safety, folks. Buckle up before you drive. Or grapple.
All right, round 2, no winner yet. It looks like Minski using that passenger side to springboard off, and now it's knee on belly looking for mount.
He's quick up out of the seat, I got to tell you.
He is.
It really helps the game if you're out of the seat first.
All right, Laroy Davis is in an adverse position. He's honking the horn for help, but there's no one coming.
Yeah, this,
all right, a little bit of work by Minski here. It's nice to see.
Minski with that Kimura, another clever move there. You know, he's really like taking away Leroy's entire game by keeping the top position and putting different holds so that Leroy can't get out of this position.
All right, Leroy's looking to explode here. He's a very explosive athlete, but I got to tell you, Mayhem, these seats are different than other cars he may have competed in. This is a sports car. This is a fine piece of equipment with some incredible seats.
Oh, yeah, these buckets are doing nobody a service.
He's trapped in there, man. His butt's just in these Recaro seats, man. He's not really able to shrimp. He's not able to move.
Man. And he's being smashed into the patent leather.
Yeah, really a tough situation for him to be in. However, he's lived through worse. It's just that he's now in an attempted murder situation here.
I believe we're all accomplices to this.
Yes, I think if this goes badly, everyone in the room, I'll need your name.
There will be a 2020 on this.
I'll roll on all of them. All right, Steven Minski just very slowly and methodically cross-stitching this man into the passenger seat.
Yeah, I was going to say he's weaving him tighter than one of his dreadlocks.
Okay, so the last match I saw Leroy compete in, his opponent had him on his back with the seatbelt across his carotid and was just pressing a good 2 minutes, and there was no tap. So you're going to have to find an actual submission here to finish this kid.
Oh, he's doing a smother here with his hands, too. Little dirty trick in the passenger seat.
This main event is delivering. We have no clear winner. Steven Minski has 1 minute to finish this match with a submission, and he will be the winner. However, if there is no winner, we will go to the third round in the back seat. And let me tell you right now, it's 87 degrees inside this Mustang, and that is not a friendly temperature for 450 pounds of man meat.
Oh, yeah, there's no rest area in CarJitsu.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
All right, the red team needs a win. The purple team would like to pad their lead.
Oh.
And it looks to me like we're going to see this happen in the back seat, Jason.
Yeah, I believe so. You know, Leroy just never got off the starting line, and right here is a little bit too little, too late. If he could get a red turtle shell.
10 seconds.
Yeah, if he had a red turtle shell, that would almost secure the victory.
But blue is what he needs.
Yeah. All right, that backside, far side wrist control does nothing. And friends, let me tell you, that's 6 minutes of frustrating grappling for both guys, back and forth. It was a great 2 rounds, but now these gentlemen are going to have to make their way to the tiny back seat of this Mustang, and there will be no seat belts in play at the beginning. They can just have free reign, and it's going to be a war. At the end of this 3 minutes, if there's still no submission, we'll go into sudden death, Jason, and the first person to score a point will be the winner. So you can look at the face of Steven Minski, and you can see the absolute exhaustion here. And this is going to be a real test here. Now, we've seen both of these gentlemen in an exhausting situation before, but what we haven't seen is them in this particular car with no room whatsoever to work.
Yeah, the longest road trip I've ever been on.
For sure. And this is the longest match of the night, and I hate to speak too soon, but somehow the front of this beautiful car has survived 5 matches. Here we go, the final round of the night. It's Friday Night Fights by PLN. Week 1 is CarJitsu. Your main event is in the 3rd round. The Seatbelt Assassin versus Sugar Bear, and Sugar Bear is retreating out the window because it's hot in that sucker.
Well, let's see what he does with this position.
He just offered a fist bump to the camera. That reminds me, this could be another Hello Japan moment.
Yeah, Leroy is in on a strange single leg out the window. I once saw this at a 4th of July parade.
I like how you say window. That's a North Carolina thing, isn't it?
Ah, yeah. Bless your heart.
All right, here we go. We can see the cavernous butt crack of Steven Minski. It's inappropriate. You probably should tuck that thing in when you're competing.
Well, you know, it's the little things, though.
All right, so at this at this point in the match. It looks to me that Laroy Davis is trying to pull Minski back into the car.
He puts on his belt for safety. Steps on out.
A little bit of a pratfall there. We're going to have a restart as Steven Minski
fixes his pants.
Fixes that crack and puts it back. So look how small that back seat is. This is a rough game.
Yeah.
Laroy Davis in the zone. Laroy Davis kind of looking like the girl from The Ring. Here we go. Laroy goes to the back. Steven looks for that far side wrist. And now Leroy's going to shove that in between his legs and work inch to inch until he can take top position.
Like my ex-girlfriend.
Absolutely the same.
So, yeah, they're locked up here in the back seat. You know, I don't know if we turned the seat warmers off, but it looks awfully hot in there. Oh, wow.
It says here 89 degrees inside the car. Very, very hot.
All right. These guys are locked up real tight, kind of upside down situation.
Yeah, hanging over into the front.
Yeah, hanging onto the dashboard.
You know, there's a lot of room to work in the back. Unfortunately, there's so much pressure from Leroy to get Steven back to the front.
Now, if Minski opens the glove box, does he get a bonus?
He could potentially. There may be a prize inside.
All right. Actually, I already looked in there. Nothing but old Thompson's guide. Would you believe that?
I couldn't believe it unless you showed me. It's an awful wild tale.
Oh, now Minski's in the front seat, and I believe the GPS is recalculating.
He's buffering. All right, we've got 35 seconds left in this final round, and then we go to sudden death. We won't restart. We'll just continue, and whoever pulls mount takes the back. Any point scored will win the match. Look at this. We're going to go ahead and restart.
Minski's jumping out like it's spring break.
What a match. Laroy Davis.
Second. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, is that right?
So we finished the match now inside the back seat.
Okay, so Steven Minski has just had a stern warning from the official. He said he's already used one of his door openings and restarts. So one more and he's going to be disqualified. So that's going to be frustrating for Minski, who's 17 seconds from the end of the match and sucking hind tit.
Okay.
Is that a German phrase?
No, that's my parents. That was their song.
20 seconds left.
All right, Steven Minski, very, very tired. And here we go. Both guys explosive. A little bit of a headbutt.
Head clash there. I'm a little worried about the competitors at this point. But, you know, when I noticed that nobody knocked off the rearview mirror.
Yeah, for some reason, this car has made it through the night.
I'll tell you what, it is a testament to the American-made Ford cars.
Absolutely. All right, we're in sudden death mayhem. The first match tonight to go the difference, and it's our main event, the former champ versus the up-and-comer.
Minski, just got to get position.
All right, it looks like Minski's in a tough spot. All we need to pass these legs, get to mount, and that's going to be the point that Laroy Davis needs to win tonight's main event, inch by inch. He's going to have to slide in here now.
Yep.
I don't know that there's a worse position that Minski can be in. He's
Minski
sitting in the floor.
stuck in there. It's definitely going to affect his resale value.
Absolutely, but probably he had done damage to that in years past. Look how pink he is. He looks like Burl Ives in that Christmas movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, he's going to have to defend that right leg of Laroy Davis.
And
he taps him out! And Laroy Davis, wow,
is the CarJitsu champion. Laroy Davis does it again. A come-from-behind victory.
Laroy Davis stepping 1 foot closer to that rematch for the belt. Laroy Davis defeats Steven Minski tonight in sudden death with a choke.
Fantastic. The competitors deserve a round of applause right there.
Absolutely.
I'm just shocked and appalled. I'm shock-palled.
Yes, shock-palled indeed. Let's go down to the car here and listen to this post-fight interview. Another big win for Team Purple.
Big dog.
Wow. All right. Do you want to wear these?
Oh, thank you. Stunner raised it up.
All right.
Can't let the enemy see me sweat.
Putting all the bling on you.
All the bling.
And then, of course, representing the purple team.
Like a pimp named Slickback, baby.
And I was going to put this in my scrapbook, but I think you should have it. Hang on to it.
I mean, the scrapbook sounded nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you should keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it, man. Maybe I'll auction it off on Facebook or something. Hey, man, great match. That was crazy. I knew that was going to be a great match. People were betting, trying to figure out who was going to win that one. And, man, it would talk me through it. Because you guys were switching off. Looked like one guy had the advantage. But, yeah, I'm going to let you talk me through it.
Well, I want to say, this car is tight.
Yeah.
Personally, I do not like the seat, but that's the name of the game. Got to play where it's at.
So great for driving, just not great for CarJitsu.
Not great for CarJitsu at all. He moves a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought with the long arms, the long legs, he's taller than me, he's bigger than me, I can get the jump. That did not go as planned. He had me playing defense the entire time, and he was pushing.
Yes.
Pushing me.
He had some weight advantage there too, so he was on top and just wearing you out a little bit.
He was bullying me.
Yeah, what happened here? What, did he just bite that off?
Straight phenom.
Do you know what happened?
He ripped that on purpose. That's what happened. Like, he was like, I tried to choke you like 50 times.
Maybe he should keep this.
He should keep it.
Okay.
Don't rip out a man her, man. That's his pride and joy.
So were you ever in danger of tapping, or just tapping to exhaustion? Or
Nah, I was in danger of tapping because he went for a choke around the neck. I think it was a guillotine, but he switched and got me cross-faced, so he was going for a crank.
Gotcha.
And I felt my jaw popping. I had to legitimately open my mouth, and my mouthpiece got lunged in the back of my throat. I don't got no swallowing, bro. It was all gag.
Oh.
I could not do it. I was like, oh no. But then I was like, I can't tap. That made me look like a wuss.
Because then you'd have to explain to me why you tapped.
I know. I was like, bro, he was trying to make me swallow my mouthpiece.
I choked on my mouthpiece.
I choked on my mouthpiece, coach. Don't kick me out the game.
Well, talk about this opening door. Now, the ref had called it that Minski was the one who instigated the door open.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes, he did it like 3 times. One time, he even threw me out the door, and I tried to catch an armbar on the way down.
Oh, I saw that.
I just fell on my head.
Okay, so he threw you out there.
He threw me out.
Okay, I thought you were just jumping out, man.
He threw me out. That man was bullying me.
Well, you got the last laugh. Tell me about the last round and how you got the advantage there.
Well, we both tired.
Yeah.
And it was a dog fight. He was trying to seatbelt the seatbelt assassin. I'm like, only one person seatbelt the seatbelt assassin so far.
Right.
I can't make it 2. He's the current champ. He's the GOAT. Besides that, there ain't gonna be no 2. So I was playing all defense. And I finally managed to push him down. And I went for a little neck crank myself.
Now, you got him in the front seat. Was that part of your strategy to get him stuck in there? Or
Nah.
It just happened?
He just snaked around. And I'm like, where are you going, man? I can't fit over there. I don't know how you fit over there.
Right.
He just got over there. And he like...
But then he was kind of stuck.
Yeah, he was stuck. I was stuck.
So, talk about the submission.
So, once I got him down, I tried to go for a guillotine. Couldn't do it. I tried to sneak a seatbelt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Couldn't do it. I'm like, okay. I finally got my hand underneath, and I felt him trying to claw my arms away, but he had no force. He was gas tanking.
Yeah.
And I had that little bit of grit. I locked my hands underneath.
A 10 finger?
10 finger.
Nice.
Turned this sideways, turned my elbow up, and just turned his neck. And I pushed him into the ceiling.
Wow.
And
use the space. Use the crowd space.
There was very little.
Yeah.
Very little, but in the end, it was sudden death. One of us wanted it, and I just happened to get it.
Yeah. Well, I think you both want it, but you got it.
I got
so
it.
Congratulations. I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to anybody that's watching.
Well, first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all my friends, all my fam, and even especially my auntie. She support me a lot. She got to deal with all my craziness. I'm the type of person that walks around in the dark, punching at ghosts and saying stuff. And she be like, who you talking to at 12 o'clock at night? I'm like, it's time for me to go to sleep. So,
well, thank you, Auntie, for keeping up with his antics. But congratulations, you represented the purple team well. You guys got a lot of points tonight, right?
Hey, we was racking them up.
Yeah,
Got to rack them up.
Got the big lead starting out. All right, your winner, Laroy Davis. Good job, brother.
I can't even get out, man.
Need some help?